Would be me.
I'm going to pull this away from you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
So there I was 26. I'm working for a national trade magazine named Institutions Volume Feeding. I know, you probably all get it at home. But in case you don't, and you need to say, I don't get my issue of Institutions Volume Feeding, IVF is a restaurant magazine. It's business to business, trade to trade, and it's all for the guys that own the restaurants and the diners and the fast food. It's for those people that buy the food, that buy the machines, that buy everything for the restaurants. Now, I had a degree from Indiana University, and you'd think that with this degree, my job at Institutions Volume Feeding, maybe I was an editor. Maybe I was somebody who did the new products. I was the secretary for 3 cigar-smoking, filthy talking, big money-making, bonus-bragging men. And there I was doing their shit work every day. Every day I would come in and I had an electric correcting IBM typewriter. I had an IBM typewriter and I typed their reports. I typed their contracts. I typed their contracts. And every day I would listen to them while they were on the phone talking to the chili bean manufacturer or the rolling pin electronics maker, trying to convince them why they should take their money and advertise in Institutions Volume Feeding. They tried to convince them, persuade them, cajole them, anything they could do to make the sale. Well, these 3 guys thought they were just the creme de la creme. Nobody could do the job as well as them, especially not a woman. I was about to prove them wrong. I had a degree, I had a mouth, I had hands, so I could use a phone, and you know what? I was hungry to make some money. So I started calling all the trade magazines that I saw ads for in the news. In Chicago, we're a great big hub here. It's the Midwest, so all the trade and consumer magazines had offices here. So I started calling saying, can I just have an information interview? And what I found out was that these trade magazines, they didn't just want somebody who knew how to sell, or maybe knew how to sell. They wanted somebody that could talk the language of the trade. This I found out by Motorcycle Maintenance News. Nothing. Building Supply Digest. I was like, I just didn't know what to do. Where was I going to get my trade job, my trade journal that I was going to shine in? And then one day, there it was in the Chicago Tribune. Harcourt Brace Jovanovich looking for a Midwest sales manager for their magazine, Toys, Hobbies, and Crafts. Toys, hobbies, crafts, hello! I had a Betsy Wetsy, I had a hula hoop, I had a slinky, I could make it go up and down the stairs. I was a queen. I interviewed, and you guys, I'm telling you, I got the job. I was the Midwest manager of Toys, Hobbies, and Crafts magazine. Woo! I would go into work and I would call everybody in the Midwest introducing myself, and then my boss in New York, Kevin, said after I had introduced myself to everybody, I would start out on the road. But for me, before I got on the road, I wanted to learn the industry. So I read the magazine, everything about, what was going on. Was it going to be Barbie or would it be her lover? Would it be the new Atari game, Pong? Or would Tonka come out with a new truck? I couldn't stop reading, touching, going to toy stores, looking at everything, having the best time. And at night I'd come home and I'd read every book on sales. And I'm sure everybody who's ever been in sales has read Getting to Know, Getting Past Yes. What was that? Getting past no and getting to yes. One way or the other. I decided after a month and a half that I had read everything. I was ready. I called my boss in New York. I said, Kev, I'm going on the road, I'm going to Ohio, and he said, excellent, I'll go with you. Oh, you don't have to do that. And he said, now, come on, 4 days, let's close some business. Next thing I know, you know the answer here, polyester suit, got the little shorts, got it all going on, get on the plane. I stop in Toledo, Ohio. I meet him at the place for the rental car, and I see my little boss, my little Jewish man. He's maybe 5'5". He's got bushy eyebrows. He's got bushy hair, and he's screaming, "Terry the Tiger! Terry the Tiger! Come here! Come here! And that started it. We got in that rental car, and he drove 1,000,000 miles an hour, and he talked 1,000,000 miles an hour, and I loved him more than anything. He told me about the toy industry. He told me about the magazine, that we were number 3 out of 3 magazines. And our job was to make the people switch from number 1 to number 3. We had to close the business. All right, and then he started telling me about my clients and how he wrote reports, and he said, by the way, Terry, here's an idea for you. Every night, after all of our meetings, why don't you go back to your room? I think you should write a report on everyone that we saw during the day, and then a strategy to get them to buy advertising in toys, hobbies, and crafts. And I said, okay. So that started out day 1, day 2, day 3. We had breakfast, we had lunch, we had dinner with every toy buyer, every toy deliverer, every toy craft hobby. It didn't matter if they made them, if they sold them, if they wrote about them. We talked to everybody. And in between that, we saw the factories. And then I learned how to put together an Uncle Milton's ant farm. I learned, that was a good one. I did Uncle Milton's ant farm. I had my own pet rock. I had coloring by numbers. I had more fun than a barrel of monkeys. I loved my job. Except at 9 o'clock when we got home from dinner. And then I had to go to the hotel room with that flowery, shiny, dirty bedspread. And I had to lay out all of my notes for the day. And he told me I had to have a report. So I would write, and I would write, and I would strategize, and I would think, and how could I get them to move, and how could they put their money? It was just no sleep. I was scared. What if Kevin wanted to see my reports? I had to get them ready. And there was no computer. This was on my Bic pen. Me and my notebook. Every night I'd get into bed, maybe 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, but I couldn't fall asleep. Because tomorrow I was reading the Bugs Bunny alarm clock manufacturer. What would I say to the Bugs Bunny guy? Should I bring up Daffy? Should I bring up the other guys? I didn't know what to do. The next morning, it was our 4th final day. Everything had gone all right with the Bugs guy. And we were on the road to see the biggest advertiser of them all, Schwinn Bicycles. We got to the factory, and we were escorted into the room of Leo. Leo was the vice president of advertising and marketing. And there was a giant, giant, giant picture window. And all of the sun was pouring in through this picture window. And all of the sun was shining on all of the dust that was dancing off the fenders of all the silver bicycles that were absolutely everywhere. It was just unbelievably fabulous. And I sat down and I said, "Oh, Leo, Schwinn bikes. And I understand you have a new toddler bike." And he said, "Yep, we do." And I said, "Tell me about it." And as he started to talk, I felt that sun just wash my back. God, it felt so good. And as I looked at him, I just kind of felt like a sugar cookie in an easy bake oven. And as he was talking, I kind of let my thoughts drift just a little bit, and I was thinking about it. It was almost over. It had worked out okay. And got to go home tonight and get my own bed. Got to go home tonight and go to work tomorrow and I didn't have to see Kevin anymore. I kind of looked up and I just felt so good, but I noticed that as Leo was talking, I was seeing a double of him. And I didn't understand, but my eyes were crossing. What was wrong with me? My eyes were just going zoom, zoom, cross, cross, two Leos. I got like really nervous and said, all right. I'm gonna shut my eyes for just 2 seconds. Just for the count of 2. And what I did was I shut my eyes and I counted 1, 2, and the next thing I heard was Kevin saying, Terri, get the fuck up! Put your legs together! And I looked down and I had one leg over by this wall and one leg over by this wall, and Kevin came over and he grabbed my legs and he shoved them together and he said, what the fuck is wrong with you? Let's go! And he grabbed me by the arm and he kind of said, Leo, we're out of here. And he took me out to the parking lot and he threw open the door of the car and he said, crotch shot? Was that really necessary? Crotch shot? And I got in the car and I said, Kevin! And I started crying. Sobbing. And I said, Kevin, I must have narcolepsy. Take me to the hospital. And he said, you don't have goddamn narcolepsy. You fell asleep. And I said, Kevin, I couldn't help it. The reports. And he said, what reports? And I said, you told me I had to write a report every night. And he said, I didn't mean you really had to write a report every night. I just meant maybe you could think about something or take a note. Now, Jesus Christ, Terri, just close the door. We're out of here. We're going to the airport. And I said, I gotta close the door. I gotta close the sail. Wait, I gotta close my legs. Oh man, Kevin, can I just close my eyes? By the way, 4 years later, when I was the top salesperson at Terri Silverstone, every time I went to see Leo at Schwinn Bike, he would have one thing waiting for me in his office, a blanket.
Thank you, Terri. Wow. You never let us down.